rise through some force and through some voluntary actions. We revive a lot of African culture in order that it could fit the context and the circumstances and the brutality under which we live in this time. Good morning. Good morning. We'll get everything on one side. Good morning. It's so early. Oh God. So early. So early. It's so early. Hold on. But the jazz itself is absolutely an American continuum on the American continuum. Amen. Amen. I like him. What it is. Whoever this is. In Africa, what you get now is Christian music in Africa that white Christians have taken. But gospel. Damn. What's today? Today is 20. Regenerative act that happened in the Americas that has certainly found its way back to Africa. Even traditions like jumping the broom. That's not right. People wanted to get married. We created that ritual here. African people created that ritual as a part of Hold on. Means of creating a ritualized way whereby we can signify the validity of our own marriages and relationships. But that is particularly an African American cultural phenomenon, right? And so what I'm simply saying is I understood the premise of what you were saying, Mr. Frank, right? What most people misunderstand, though, is that we brought a culture with us and we modified and transmuted it once we arrived in this place called America. Good morning. Thank you. I am drinking a little coffee. And let me just clear this up. Because it is so damn early. You felt an ambush coming. I feel like if people have airwaves, we are in this place right now where there's so much division. Yes, God. There are these culture wars going on between blacks and Caribbeans. That's on purpose. Oh, y'all. Divided so many questions, so many things going on. Let me see this. They in church being gay. I know that. That's what I did a video like that. It's called "No, They in Church Being Gay." Let me see. This morning, as we slept the night away. Hey. This morning, as we slept the night away. Oh, yeah. Had time to grow. Hello. Good morning. Oh. Anyway, I ain't finna work on a little bit of stuff. I got stuff to do. This man who can cook. Sorry. I don't understand what at all it's offensive when people but I'm watching this man. It was a monologue. The Q&A. Somebody asked me to explain. Who we're talking about? And I said you cannot raise your child as a Beninois, but you can raise your child. He's basically saying like, I'm not gonna look. They black Americans ain't got no culture. That's what he said. He said we got no culture. You take 5 Beninois, people from Benin are called Beninois. I said we got no culture. Let me use Nigeria. But he in America. If you take 5 different Nigerians, I don't see how. Outside country, and you ask, I never see how. What do you speak in Nigeria? How you bring somebody? How do you come to another country? Right. Ask them. Okay. You go to another country, and then you have to live there. And then say how you got no culture. Well, I mean, you need to go back to your own country. Because I mean, you ain't got no. Your country ain't got no culture because you came to another country. What does it say about you? I can't say the African Nigerians doing that shit. That's stupid. Not all of them. Not all, but a lot. That should be stupid to me. Mm-hmm. So it means when the countries were created, the people who once had distinct culture with which they raised their children, traditions, norms, and everything, We don't give no fuck about y'all culture. Let me let y'all hear this. That's what he's saying. I'm gonna play it on my side. Let me show y'all what I'm about. Let's watch this. Let's go back.
In that conversation that this came out, we don't have a call.
I love Karen, y'all.
Imagine being able to build anything.
I love Miss Karen. Miss Karen is off the chain.
Meet Base 44.
I love Miss
Karen. A complete AI creation platform.
Look, yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making it up.
Okay,
I feel like
then educate me. You feel. You should know. Okay. You were born and raised here.
Bring it down, Smith. Bring it down. Do you stand by that, Frank Zano?
Yeah.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear.
I love Miss Karen, y'all. I love Miss Karen. Good morning. Good morning.
This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not
capitulate.
We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
But I brought you here because of a comment you made, and I'm sure it was taken out of context. So I want to give you an opportunity to talk about it, and I want to play a clip from that interview, that discussion you had. Play it, Smith.
African Americans in this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently, there's not an African American culture.
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name 2 value systems in the African American culture. Name 2 taboos in the African American culture system. Name 2 traditions, by the way, in the African American culture system.
Y'all resetting. I have to reset
this. If you don't understand what it is.
Okay, now I'm ready. Let's go.
You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it. Civil rights, they give it to you. You have no culture. See, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So anything
but I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is
he jealous? He sound like he jealous.
Okay,
big lip motherfucker.
Hip-hop, not hip hop. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to. Look, yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making shit up.
Okay, then educate me. You feel.
Well, I can't go see.
You should know.
I like my side.
You were born and raised here.
Bring it down, Smith. Bring it down. Do you stand by that, Frank Zano?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're talking to somebody who's not African American and asking her questions. You don't have a problem with that? You don't think that was a little...
So that conversation was the Haitian conversation. Mm-hmm. So it was.
But you said African American. You brought black people in. You didn't say Haitians.
No, I'm saying the conversation I had with Nancy was Haitians can fix Haiti. It was in that conversation that this came out, and it was a soundbite on TikTok. Now, when I went to the W.E.B. Du Bois Center in Ghana, I was a young fellow when first we went, and there was a sign on the wall, big one. I don't know, maybe a poet who wrote it, maybe Langston Hughes or something, I forgot, but they had it on the wall, and it said, the problem and the pain of slavery was not the work they make us do. It is the fact that it took away our language, our culture, our history, our traditions. And that leaves a man like a tree with no roots. And it hit me. I wrote it down in my notebook. Now, when you listen to a lot of the writings about slavery, the first thing you hear, even in the United States, is about how our life, our culture, our language and history was taken away from us. That is very common.
So
in
what?
Songs,
okay,
music.
Okay.
I met Alice.
Hold on. You're from Benin.
Yeah.
You're not there now. You're here. You're an American citizen.
Sorry.
You came here. You left there to come here. Right.
Sorry, I slapped it.
Dahomey Kingdom. We love the Black Panther and all of this, and the Dora Milaje based on the Dahomey warriors and Woman King. We love that. But the Dahomey Kingdom one of the ways in which your origin, your country of origin, Benin, conquered, they would sell their people into bondage to the Europeans, into this transatlantic slave trade. When you lost, you got sold. And every year, you got 333,000 pounds sterling for black bodies to be sold into the transatlantic slave trade, which would be worth about $60.7 million annually every single year. It was Benin known as the slave coast because of the flourishing trade of human bodies. That was your protocol. That was the way in which you dominated. And it went on for more than a decade. In the 1780s to 90s, Benin sold more than 102,000 bodies into bondage. So epigenetically, one could argue, for example, that part of your way of knowing is to sell out your people. One could argue that. Maybe that's in your epigenetics, because to me, to say something so boldly that black people have no culture, with no references, and you're talking to somebody that's not black, you're talking to somebody who clearly wasn't educated enough, you're throwing questions at her, give us two things, two values. Well, I can give you 15, I'm gonna give you more, but family and integrity. And we don't really do well with sellouts. That's another black cultural value. But I was looking at that and I was saying, wow, and you stand by.
She is really reading him without reading him.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I love it.
Benin didn't sell.
They
slaves.
They sold. I did my research. I'm
exactly.
sorry. Maybe you don't know it, because it's clear to me that you don't know a lot of things, but you don't know it.
Allow me to explain what I mean. Please. I really want to have a very respectful conversation.
He lied.
So you said Benin sold. Benin did not sell slaves, because when slaves were bought from that region, there was no Benin. There was no country called Benin.
The homie.
No.
Okay. Well, whoever, it's the same landmass, correct? Same people?
No, at all. They have nothing in common. Please allow me.
He lying.
The place that became called Dahomey.
No, he can't explain himself.
Was
he can't explain
at independence.
He can't. I don't like that, because you can't explain yourself about what you're saying. Y'all, this is Karen Huntsell. I love Miss Karen Huntsell.
The greatest adventure on.
The place you're calling Benin.
She's epic to me.
Was not there. Dahomey was not there during slavery. What was there were tribes. Agbome, the women warriors you mentioned, they're not from Dahomey or Benin. They are from only one tribe called the Agbome tribe.
Good morning. Hi.
That region had about 52 different, distinct tribes. Only one of them captured slaves from either the Aja, the Yoruba, the Bana, or the Nagongo areas and sold. They didn't sell their people. An example, if there is a war in, let's say, Asia or in Europe, Italians captured Portuguese or Spanish and English and sold them to the Chinese. They haven't sold their own people, even though the Caucasians who live in a region. So the slaves sold were only sold by Agbome tribe.
Right.
Oh, girl.
Way before it became Dahomey as a republic that forced 52 different tribes to come together by the French and call the place Dahomey.
I'm sorry, I'm not buying none of this shit. I'm not buying
the other 51 tribes that are now
you show me who you are the first time, I believe you, bitch.
Benin,
and I believe that you had a problem with black Americans. Point blank period. So don't try to clean it up now. You stupid.
We hate the Agbomens because we know they capture people.
I hope you teach this in your country, though.
So that is a correction I want to make.
So say
but you're actually making my point that it is that notion that somehow you are not part of when I talk about black culture.
Right.
It is the oneness. It is the understanding that we may be something torn and new, but we are in this thing together that got us to begin with, that got you to begin with. And for you to come here and intimate that somehow we don't have culture because of your lack of knowledge of what culture is.
But I'm saying, as science says, when you buy slaves, the danger of buying slaves is you rob them of their culture. That is, of course, a fact you know.
Okay, I'm gonna bring in, because I'm very clear that I'm not a historian, so I'm not gonna speak on things I do not know.
Okay.
I'm going to invite everybody who is not a historian. If you read some things, you went down YouTube rabbit hole, you are not an expert. You have not lived your life studying this. And I'm going to invite you to stop talking about things you don't know. But in the meantime, I'm going to
something I don't know. That's the point. What is it I don't know? I believe
you don't know a lot of shit.
You believe that black people don't have culture.
I'm asking you to explain to me.
I'm going to actually
uprooted you from your original habitat, and they took everything away from you.
Maybe she's born with it.
Go and follow Miss Karen.
Maybe it's tourmaline. Just get her jewelry.
Go and follow Miss Karen. Let's get to this.
What is wrong to say these people's culture have been taken away from them? I don't understand.
Okay, well, I'm going to actually bring somebody in who knows more about this than I do, who studies Africa, who studies Black history, who teaches at Clark Atlanta. So we're going to bring in Dr. Daniel Black when we come back. Frank Zanu is here. He's made a statement before the break in quoting W.B. Du Bois, he has a whole center in Ghana, in Accra. There was a quote there that you quoted, and you went on a talk show, or you were on your own show, you invited somebody on, and you said Black people have no culture. And I asked you, do you stand by that? And you said yes, because of that quote. So I thought it would be great to have somebody who actually teaches this.
And it gets me to come on we ain't got no culture,
but you why that is. I said you were wrong, but this is your view, and your view can't be wrong. But why it's not helpful? Let's say it like that. It's not helpful. So let me welcome Professor of Africana Studies at Clark Atlanta in Atlanta, author of many books. Dr. Daniel Black is here. Hi. Your internet. Look at God. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Yes. Brother Frank, how are you, my brother?
Doing very well. Thank you.
Good. Very good. I first want to say that I am on here to enjoy a beautiful exchange. I am not at all on here to attack or to in any way incite rebellion. I certainly believe in communication, as Karen does. I certainly believe in truth, like all three of us do. And we all believe in integrity. And I think it could be helpful if I can just offer this possibility, right? I think what could really, 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 really help this dialogue is that there's a premise here that I think is problematic. But I don't think it's yours, Mr. Frank. I think it's what people have taught in the world. And most of us have taken it because it's just what historians have said. And that premise is this. When Africans were enslaved in Africa and scattered around the world, everything, all their culture, I think you were saying this a minute ago, was stripped from them.
Amen. Right.
That's the error. That's the error in this whole thing. Because a process cannot strip culture, the totality of culture, from a people. Culture sometimes is in the artifacts of what people have, but culture is also in the flesh. Anywhere a person goes, their culture goes with them. Pieces of that culture in the dance, it's in the body. In the language, African languages to America, because we spoke African languages in Africa. Yes, we were certainly denied speaking those languages after a while once we were enslaved. But those languages and the influences of those languages are still in our Black English tongues right now. Right? So the premise here is that African people who were enslaved and taken from Africa lost all of Africa in the process of being enslaved. That's the error.
Y'all, good morning.
Right? Much of the culture came with us. Then through transmutation and synthesis, we revised through some force and through some voluntary actions. We revised a lot of African culture in order that it could fit the context and the circumstances and the brutality under which we lived in this diasporic place, right? Called the Americas. So there's much culture here that came along with us, and there's much culture that we revised. and gave birth to once we got here. For example, you get jazz music in America, but jazz has its roots in Africa. But the jazz itself is absolutely an American continuum, on the American continuum, on the American aesthetic continuum in terms of culture. You get gospel music in America. You don't get gospel music in Africa. What you get now is Christian music in Africa that white Christians have taken. But gospel music is a cultural regenerative act that happened in the Americas that has certainly found its way back to Africa. Even traditions like jumping the broom, when we as enslaved people wanted to get married, we created that ritual here. African people created that ritual as a part of African culture, as a means of creating a ritualized way whereby we could signify the validity of our own marriages and relationships.
He's so quiet.
But
now.
that
He
is
ain't got nothing to say.
particularly
so stupid.
an
I don't like
African-American cultural phenomenon, right? And so what I'm simply saying is I understood the premise of what you were saying, Mr. Frank, right?
But the man up in the top.
What most people misunderstand, though, is that we brought a culture with us, and we modified and transmuted it once we arrived in this place called America.
Thank you.
What might he say to that, sir?
He didn't soak none of that in. He didn't soak nothing in.
Oh, I thought I didn't hear.
He soaked nothing in.
Let me just
what
say,
did he learn?
let me just clear this up, because you felt an ambush coming. I feel like if people have airwaves, we are in a space right now where there's so much division, particularly there are these culture wars going on right now between blacks and Caribbeans, and that's on purpose, because divided we are conquered. That's how we got conquered. You just told us the story of the whole area known as what was first, the French West Africa, and it was divvied up, but all of Africa has been divvied up. And you said you hate these people because they sold these people, but we're all one people. And if we don't understand that, we're going to be conquered again. And if people have microphones and they're constantly out here saying these things that animate a negative vibe about black people, it's no good. And especially when it comes out of a black mouth. It creates the division, or it foments the division, or it seizes the division that is already brewing. For what purpose? So I really just wanted to say, like, what's your purpose?
When people hear things, you make individual conclusions as you hear it.
We don't like it.
It may not be why will I come from Benin Republic and be saying things? I was speaking not long ago in Boston, and I said, Benin has no culture.
No, that's not the point.
Now, I don't understand what at all it's offensive when people, but I was lucky that it was a monologue and it waited until a Q&A. So somebody asked me to explain. And I say, you cannot raise your child as a Beninois, but you can raise your child as an Aja tribe, a Bome tribe, Wida tribe. But now they are calling us Benin. And if you take 5 Beninois, and people from Benin are called Beninois. If you take 5, let me use Nigeria that is more popular. If you take 5 different Nigerians to France or any outside country, and you ask them, what do you speak in Nigeria? They will start looking at each other and say, it depends on who you ask. If you ask them, what is a Nigerian culture? They will say, it depends on who you ask. If you ask them, what do you eat in Nigeria? They will say, it depends on who you ask. If you ask a Nigerian, 5 different ones, Igbo, Yoruba, Bendelai, Calabar, Plateau, Sokoto, what is the value systems of Nigerians? They will say, it depends on who you ask. But if you ask these same 5 questions to a Yoruba,
here we
they will give you right answers. So it means when the countries were created, the people who once had distinct culture with which they raised their children, traditions, norms, and everything, when they told them to become Nigeria or Benin or Ghana, they don't have anything at all in common. They are the Tower of Babel. And I have to educate myself that we have a problem. When I call my nieces and cousins, they cannot finish a sentence in my language completely without adding English or French. The French and English itself, they can't even speak it properly without us adding That is a problem.
Yes, it is.
So you can see the problems we are suffering on the continent today. It's all because, in some cases, like Kenya, 42 different tribes that have nothing in common with each other are forced to believe that they have a country. So I did a test in Kenya. I went to speak on the university campus. There were about 250. And I asked them, how many Kikuyus are in the room? And many students raised their hands. How many Luos? How many Maasai? And how many?
Right.
I did about 7 of the 42 tribes. And they raised their hands. And I paused for a second. And I said, how many Kenyans are in this room? And the same hands went up again. And then everybody burst out laughing. So I asked them, when you wake up in the morning,
hosting a webinar shouldn't require jumping through hoops with a dozen different tools.
Y'all
With
go there
Wistia,
like Miss
everything
Karen
you
Page.
need.
We almost there.
are you a Kenyan first or you are a Kikuyu first? And that became a long conversation for them to understand why corruption, nepotism, tribalism, all these things have become, and even killing each other in the same country thoughtlessly. So
We
what
ain't,
I
but we ain't
mentioned
heard
here
none of the man say it.
was because I was speaking
We
here.
ain't heard none of the man say it. We all
Once
like,
upon a time, John Lennon sang a song and said, imagine if there is a world with no religion. There was no heaven, there was no earth. It would be a brotherhood of mankind living in love. Now imagine a world without cultures, which gives birth to these worldviews and superiority and all that. It would be a brotherhood of mankind. Now, if somebody takes a soundbite from that long conversation, which was an hour, and you listen to it, then, of course, as I read the comments, and I have got many phone calls, many have said, I think I know what you tried, because I've been saying this, both Africans and African Americans. I do not believe at all that simply describing something, because I have seen, and I must say, if you take people from their original root. Now, whatever, everything, Dr. Black, you said, yes, it's true. People live thousands of years. Some of the things they do becomes almost like a DNA. And I said to my friend in Bridgeport, who was a retired African-American police officer, and I said, I look at you. He said, take a look at me and tell me, where do you think I came from? And I said, you would fit easily as a Yoruba man. We were laughing. He said, look, I did my DNA, and I actually pointed to those areas. And I said, but he asked me, why is it then we can't get along? And I said, let me explain something which is happening in my own country. I said, Dwayne, the African Americans you see, the Jamaicans you see, the Haitians you see, the reason they could not speak the language, continue to speak it, is because it was not one group tribe that was enslaved. If they did that, they would have continued speaking their language. Take a little bit of this. When they arrived here, they could not, because in Benin, when I travel 9 miles from my birthplace in my own country, I need an interpreter.
Sure.
But the African Americans or the Haitians or the Jamaicans who arrived here, because they were just pockets of different tribes with different languages, they couldn't speak. So in the case of Jamaica, they started using a little bit of their language they can remember, a little bit of French or English or Spanish, and then it became Patois.
Correct.
The same became Creole.
Correct.
Remember, the Americo-Liberians, they took former slaves and sent them to Liberia.
Right.
They came back, they could not speak their languages, but they were indigenous still in Liberia. So they now have to force to speak with the indigenous. Finally, Liberia is one of the countries in Africa that has Creole, the only one, in Sierra Leone.
So very possibly, it seems to me, because what you're saying, I think is right, Mr. Frank, there, right? I think that's right. I want to propose possibly, my elder, that perhaps the way you said it, or yes, it might have been taken maybe just out of a context, but also perhaps the way you said it, the notion that Black people in America.
So, needless to say, stop sharing screen. Needless to say, that was I don't know. It was a guy that came on. He did like a whatever, and he was saying that Black people don't have culture and different things like that. And shout out to Miss Karen because she fixed that. She fixed that. She went over to, you know, she went over there, basically. And she wouldn't let his ass know that yes we do have culture. To let you know we do have culture. Basically. And he sounded real stupid anyway. He does because he can't even he's so dumb, he still missed the point of what they were all saying. He still missed the point of what they were all saying. He missed the point. He did. And for you to be so intelligent, you still don't grasp anything that we said. Nothing at all. Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Hey, Pap. Let me see. I'm gonna go over here. Let's go and see what's going on this side of the world. Let's go see what's going on this side of the world. Let's go see what's going on. Let's go see. Let's go be nosy. Let's go see what's going on over here. Oh yeah, I remember her. She is so this right here, this girl right here. Y'all know this the one that I was broke up T.I. family. I think that's the only way I know her from. I don't know her from nothing else. Okay, let's go to this. Okay, what does it say? What is let's switcheroo. Okay, so this is reading. It says black unemployment hits pandemic levels again, and Trump's economy is to blame. A troubling jobs report is putting fresh pressure on black workers and unemployment as the U.S. economy shows more signs of strain heading into the new year. New data from the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics shows that the black unemployment rate climbed again this November, reaching at 8.3%. That is the highest level since August 2021 during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Hiring across the economy has slowed, and the black workers are feeling the most impact and first and hardest hit. When Donald Trump was sworn into office for his second term on January the 20th, my birthday is January 21st, so I was definitely there for that. The black unemployment rate stood at 6.2%. Since then, it has steadily risen, particularly as trade tariffs, higher consumer costs, and policy uncertainty has reshaped the labor market. This marks a sharp reversal from April 2023, when black unemployment hit the historic low of 4.8% under the former Joe Biden administration. So basically, we're seeing that unemployment has went up for black people, which this should not be a shocker to any of us. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. This is the morning show. Yeah, it's what it is. Trump has been a liar. There's nothing new to any of us that Trump lies. Okay? But as we always do, I think it's something we need to look out for. And I think this is a good way for us as black people to make sure we are intentionally putting our money back into our neighborhoods and keeping our job growth going. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what else I got going on over here. This is this right here is Baller Alert page. Oh y'all, let's look at this. So let's have a look see at this. So if you did not know, they have an update for the David case. Did y'all know that? They have an update for the David case? So David D4D, that's how you spell his name now. D4VD, that's how they spell David. Hollywood Hills rental contained and incendiary as the Celeste Rivas murder takes a dark turn. Okay, so it took a darker turn. So let's read this. A private investigator recently uncovered a box, unused, burned cage. In the Hollywood rental home associated with the rapper David. Investigator Steve Fetcher shared the findings in a detailed post on Twitter, clarifying that mosquitoes and explained the unusual nature of the device. Fetcher noted that such an item is something you would expect to find on a farm rather in a home in the Hollywood Hills. Okay. So basically, they're gonna try to catch him up. They're gonna try to catch him up. They're gonna try to catch him up. They're gonna try to, and they said that's what it is. That's what this is right here. And he wrote this whole statement. Although my words, this and that. So basically, they got updates on David. They have updates on David. If you don't know this case right here, then you should know that if anything, to be over here to watch this channel and to see me over here, David is guilty. Okay. If it had to be a public trial, if it was a public trial, David would be on the chopping block. Okay. He gonna be on the chopping block. What else is going on in our world? What's going on in America? Okay, Charlamagne the God says he wants to build a BET of podcasting after landing a $200 million deal. Now, I watched Tasha K last night, night before last. Y'all know if y'all seen Tasha K. Tasha K came into the story. I'm telling you, that said that bitch crazy. That bitch funny as shit. I was tickled. I was tickled. Tickled by the stuff she was saying about Charlamagne, But needless to say, I guess congratulations. I don't know. She was talking about a Q1 and Q3 deal. I have not made it that far yet. I am nobody trying to tell somebody, so I haven't made it to that deal yet. But whatever that means, congratulations. But I mean, the Breakfast Club is still okay. I don't think they have as much leg as they used to have anymore. I think that leg went kind of down the drain when Angela Lee left. And then it almost came back when Lauren came. It almost came back, like the level of respect. It almost came back because I was watching then. Because I can't say just layers because she's a nobody. So, but like I was like really just like wow, it brought legitimacy to the platform mainly because Lauren was there bringing out news reports. But however, I'm not sure if they started paying her real good because she became very biased. So now we kind of all like, girl, whatever. Okay, Lauren, bye. You know what I'm saying? Because like some reports, she's just very, very biased on. She's just very, very biased on a lot of different reports. So a lot of people notice that. Read the comments. I ain't even got to go through that. Just read the comment, honey. Go to the comment section and read it about different stories. That's like something that you would think and read that story, then you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So that's that. So congratulations to all of them. I know from what Tasha K said he bringing 90 different podcasts over to the platform, which okay, bringing 90 people over. It's great. We love that for Charlamagne. Oh yeah. And congratulations to Charlamagne. He was on the Forbes magazine. Now this is not the original Forbes I heard. This is like another version of Forbes. So Tasha K is stupid as fuck. Let me tell y'all what Tasha K see. I shouldn't be watching her. I shouldn't be watching her. Charlamagne, look, Charlamagne. I still love Charlamagne, but I should not be watching Tasha K. Tasha K see it. She see it. She said this the DEI version of Forbes. Oh, I hate her. She said it's the DEI version. She said this is the DEI version right here. This right here, the DEI version of Forbes. Girl, I hate her. I hate her. Moving on. I hate her. Congratulations. Either way it goes, congratulations. I ain't never been on the Forbes list and probably will never be considered, but I never say never. I say that. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, window, y'all. I got this weird smoke. Oh. Hopefully y'all having a good day. Let's see what is going on in America. Let's check and see what's going on in America. Oh, girl. Okay, so, excuse me. Okay, what is going on in America? Baller alert, we have something going on. Okay, so they say T.I. laughs off a viral hair loss rumor. After concert clips, he said the devil's a lie. Let's see what he said.
On this shot, the devil is a lie. Yeah, because I'm looking, I don't see. The devil is a lie. That thing looked crazy on TV.
They were laughing, and then they tried to slow walk you into that shit.
No. No, I mean,
what did you think when you seen that video?
I went to the mirror. Is this really me? Hold on. Wait a minute. It's all about the angles. I was like, oh my God. It was comedy. I laughed. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be funny if it were true. If you had alopecia, no. It wouldn't be funny then. But I just laughed and you know, I ain't even respond to it. I just took my hat off and walked around. You know? I know, right? I was trying to be easy.
Because I just saw you that's a few weeks ago, and I was like, didn't I say that? Everybody like, no, I was like, oh, is this? I don't remember seeing all that.
No, that's not my head of hair.
They came up with all
they photoshopped that. Well, like this. You know what I'm saying? And if that were true, then this ain't the person that I've grown to know. You understand? Right. Like this. You know what I'm saying? And
okay, so let's go back to this. I ain't in that. I ain't got no hair. But okay. That's T.I. Bless his heart. T.I., let me tell you, I will give you this. T.I. has changed for me over the years. I was one of his, especially in high school, I was one of his biggest fans. I loved his music. I remember when T.I., I had got me a little job. And I was working and I went to some store. I can't think what store it was. And they finally had like these T.I. shirts. And it was like a homecoming weekend or something like that. And I had me a drip drop whole like T.I. outfit. I had like the picture of him and the whole thing. And there's something about on the back of it. Something I don't know. But I was clean. And I never forget, I felt so fresh that day. You know what I'm saying? Representing, you know what I'm saying, the South. But yeah, over those times, he has really changed. A lot of different stuff he said and done kind of like changed the trajectory of those things. But that's for any artist. But he's still a good person. But so the comments, somebody in the comments said, I wrote the comments. Let me read the comments. The comment said, what she said?
The hair, man. What was going on?
Hold on. What she said, the comment said, he changed the hairstyle to cover them patches though. Somebody else said turned around. Then you got the little dog right here that says, I don't trust it. And then you got this girl, Craig. Why you gotta lie, Craig? Turn around real quick. I want to see something myself. I hate them. Why the fuck would you Photoshop a video? He bullshitting. Yeah, so the comments are always the comments. Let's go down. Let's see what's going on in the world. Oh girl. I don't know. When I'm about 50 Cent. I'm tired of 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a troll, huh? I'm so tired of him. I'm so over it. Y'all seen this about this white lady right here about Vanity Fair, this scary looking white woman from Get Out. So this scary looking white woman from Get Out, she did a segment about, and she said that I don't know if she chief or something. Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, said that Trump has an alcoholic personality and it's called J.D. Vance a conspiracy theorist, then called the interview a hit piece without denying it. So I seen this already. I've read into it. I've seen a little bit of it. And again, my sentiments are the damn same. It's a setup. It's a scheme. It's the same thing they've always been doing. They're not doing anything different than what they've been doing. You know, it's them. You know, who cares? You know, she's like that right now, but she won't for always ever will be. She won't. I mean, I think it's a setup, like they always do. They always try to act like, oh my God, the world is ending. And the whole time, you doing something else. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, you really, you really, really, you know, you really, really, you know, you really, 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 you really, really, really doing something different. But it's a setup. She ain't studying this shit. They want me to study this shit more than me on the moon. She not. She ain't studying this shit. She really not. Child, she woman ain't studying this stuff. That one right there is solely focused on what she got to focus on, and that's gonna be what it is for the moment. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Taken back. I'm not anything about it. It's not anything that's new to me. Not anything that's new to me. So I love how they make her. Yeah. She laughed at that. Let me see what this is. Let's see what this says. Model says Rock Nation took their Megan Thee Stallion swimmer shoot photos from Instagram to the billboards without permission. Okay. Disputed advertisement. Okay, Rock Nation always in the news. What else is new? What else is new? Let me see. Again, House blocks votes for Obamacare subsidies. I mean, they always blocking stuff. So be aware. They blocking shit that's happened this past week. I mean, they can't. Trump can never figure out what he would come up with to replace it. But just to see what mine is gonna go to, it is just crazy prices. Crazy prices. She says, what? Blogger Milagro says she is Beyonce's cousin in Tasha. Okay, she might be. Let's hear it. Let's go. Is it there? Okay, that's yeah. So it's no video. Milagro chose the first interview since sitting down with Tasha K, the Houston based blogger, revealed that she is related to Beyonce. Says she was born and raised in Houston and dealt with the disbelief around her family connection for years. According to Milagro, the tie comes from through Beyonce's maternal side. She explained that her great-grandfather and Mama Tina's father were brothers, placing the families in the same bloodline. Okay, I can see that. I ain't gonna knock that. Okay, because you never know who you can to. You never know. You never know. I'm kin to Shaquille O'Neal. But I mean, who gives a damn? I mean, you don't even know each other. But it's on down the line. Let me see. During a heated live stream, let me see. DJ Kennedy says he filed a restraining order against Bono. I don't know. DJ Kennedy, I don't know. DJ Kennedy, he different. Next, let me see. I did a story on this. Sorry, I already did a story on this. You gonna go see that? I already did a story on this one. It was called. He said he took my stuff, but it wasn't real, supposedly. But this type of stuff that Ray J does, which is not shocking to me. But Ray J, get your shit together, bro. Like, that shit is embarrassing. Like, that shit was not fucking funny. It was like, the fuck, so fucking weird. Y'all people stay hollering stuff about gay. Don't get me wrong. I know Ray J is an ally or whatever, but it gets me that every time. Whatever. I don't know. But look, brother. Yeah. Just, I don't know. Ray J, you almost 50. You almost 50. It is not attractive anymore. It's not attractive. Someone should go and tell them that this is not attractive anymore. And we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it. You're too old for this. We're all disappointed. We're disappointed. Okay? You don't get no fuck. Weird ass shit. Anyway, I wish I was on his team. I'd be cussing his ass every day. Like, hey, bruh, fuck around with you. Don't put this shit on there. Stupid. Go this way. Okay, so anyway. Somebody got album of the year?
Cardi B had the album of the year. Period. She dropped a project that shook the culture, ran the charts, and had the internet in a chokehold. Every record hit, every bar was quoted, and the rollout kept everybody talking. Cardi B had the album.
Okay. She had album of the year. I mean, she did like a lot of groundwork, you know. on the ground, floating it and promoting it. So I see that. I can see that. Anyway, good morning. I'm finna get up and move around. My brother had cooked. Let me try to cut this off. My brother had cooked some this morning. He had cooked some eggs and something, eggs, onions, and ham. I don't know. It was a breakfast though. He made me some breakfast, so whatever. I gotta make some more coffee. I can make a pot of coffee downstairs and play some coffee. But anyway, it's good to see y'all this morning. Hit like, hit subscribe. Hopefully you're there. Hopefully you get to see this. I'm trying to work on my channel stuff. I'm not sure what's going on. Like a lot of my videos, usually I got a sparking videos, got a sparking subscribers. I got a real heavy spark in stuff, you know. I got a spark in all of my stuff across platforms. What it says, cheapviewerstreambo.com. Replace. No thanks. No, I don't want to do that, friend. I'm sorry. Cheap viewers. I don't want cheap viewers. Okay. I don't want cheap viewers though, friend. I don't want that. I don't remove the space. I mean, no. I don't want cheap viewers. I want real viewers. You know what I'm saying? I want real people. I want real stories. Because I'm a real person. I ain't no AI bot. Some people got bots that watch them. I don't want bots to watch me. Okay? I'm sorry. I mean, I get it. I understand the whole bot thing. Not knocking no shade on it. I get that. Sometimes I get it. Whatever. But no, I get that. Thank you. But no. No, thank you. I mean, you got to get some cheap viewers. No, you don't want viewers for that. And if I got to buy viewers, it's not the point of going through the. I'll pay for promotion. Like, they got things out there that you can campaign your page. So pretty much, add your page in on commercials, things like that. It's kind of costly, but things like that, maybe after I grow a certain. After I grow, but not right now. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go find me some papers and go take these dishes downstairs. And yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself this morning, eating and drinking coffee with me, just looking through the normalcy of things in life. I don't think we missed anything else. Everything else is going on. Let me make sure I ain't missed nothing else going on through life. I seen. Let me see. Well, no, I ain't gonna talk about that because that ain't my business. That ain't my business. That ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my business. Sometimes you gotta know what to stay out of. I stay out of. That ain't none of my business. Oh, I'm trying to see what else went on that we need to see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what Trump's talking about. All right, quick. Do my morning news. Let's see what's going on for this morning.
The military gave every service member a warrior dividend of $1,776.1776. And I'm also pleased to announce that just 2 hours ago, we hit the ISIS thugs in Syria who were trying to regroup after their decimation by the Trump administration 5 years ago. We hit them all. I ordered a massive strike on the terrorists that killed our 3 great patriots last week. 2 soldiers, 1 interpreter, all great people. And it was very successful. It was precision. We hit every site flawlessly, and we are restoring peace through strength. We're all over the world. Mm-hmm. I settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, ended the war in Gaza.
He did not do that.
And got the release of hostages, both living and dead, and created peace in the Middle East. We had peace in the Middle East, first time in 3 years, peace in the Middle East. I cut federal funding for any school.
Lord have mercy. Trump he make up stuff all the time. That's okay. It's normal. Anyway. So, yeah. Let's look this up. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. This right here, I'm gonna show you, this right here is a lie. Okay. All of y'all seeing this. This is a lie. Okay. Trump is stout. Trump is telling y'all that he's gonna give y'all checks for Christmas. And this is boldly a lie.
They're gonna send out $2,000 tariff rebate checks. And a lot of people out there said, no, it's not going to happen. Just like the Doge dividends is not going to happen. The money coming on tariffs is not enough to cover a tariff dividend like that, $2,000 for every person. But I think we might be witnessing perhaps the greatest grift, the greatest scandal in American history, and it's happening right in front of our eyes.
He got me. I thought he was going to go another place. He went there. Okay.
You've got a handful of people that are trying to buy America. And guess what? They're doing it with our money. Okay. This may take a few minutes, but we also talk about the big picture. And this also involves your Social Security check. Don't call Social Security about where's my money. People called a bunch when I ran the third business Social Security office in the country. Every time some politician talked about a rebate check, everybody called Social Security, and that ruins it for everybody else because they can't get in to file for retirement benefits and survivor benefits and disability and all that kind of stuff because people are calling Social Security and said, okay, where's my rebate check? So please make that to the side. Don't call Social Security about that. When you get it when you get it in your bank account, then you know you got it. Until you get it in your bank account, let's hold off. But I'm going to argue that even though there's not enough money there, everybody has said to give $2,000 to Americans, low income, middle class Americans, is going to cost about anywhere from $300 to $600 billion. President Trump said there's trillions of dollars coming in tariffs, which are paying. That this is basically a sales tax. Everybody accepts it. He accepts it as a sales tax. His Treasury Secretary accepts it as a sales tax. When they made the argument to the Supreme Court, yes, they said it's a sales tax. It's a sales tax on us. It's not paid by China or Japan or whatever. So supposedly trillions of dollars have come in. The Treasury Secretary said, yeah, not even close. So there's not enough money there. But I believe they still might. So President Trump is saying maybe mid-2026 that money will come in. And here's how the rich and powerful are essentially buying America
let me
with our money.
I gotta
so
some coffee.
We're focused on these fraud stories.
We know this. Okay. Trump is lying. Okay. He's lying. No one is getting a damn. It's such the biggest thing, and it's like I'm hearing people, like literally people, like that I know personally, saying, "Yeah, Trump said he finna give us $2,000 checks." He is. When? Child, I ain't heard nothing. Child, he is. Lord, I ain't know nothing. I didn't know nothing. Where do I sign up at? Where's the website? Like when the pandemic was ill, where the website I can log into and put my direct deposit number in there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in my Social Security number as a Black American to make sure they validate that I'm American. Hopefully they'll make sure the people that's not legal don't get it, but so we can save some money. But where is the website that we supposed to be putting our money in? Because you remember the website that came out? We had a whole website you can go in and put all your information in, and then we just, or either you file your taxes the next year and you got it back if you didn't get it. Where is the website? Is it like a tariffchecks.com or I don't know. Where's the website? Trump ain't finna give us no money. He ain't giving us no damn money. Shit. Oh, fuck. Stop eating this shit. Anyway, I love you. Good morning. It's still early. I'll be back later on, but I just want to come and say hi for a minute. Thank you for tuning in. And like and subscribe it, share. And I am here. And that's your morning news. That's it. That's all you want to lose. All right. I love y'all. Peace out. I'll be back later on. Let's go. If you haven't, go take a step outside, breathe in some fresh air. Let your feet, if it doesn't touch snow, touch some grass. If it doesn't touch that, let it at least touch some water. Wash your ass. All right. Peace out. Let's down.